honored to meet Dr. Sai Lakshmi, who is the founder of Ekam Oneness, ekamusa.org, ekamoneness.org, and we will put all the information, about the organization with her story also. An amazing woman, and the amount of work that she's doing for the society is unbelievable. I'm so blessed to know you, Dr. Sai, and thank you for all the warmth and affection. Had a great lunch with you today, and thanks for inviting me to your house. And so when I met Dr. Sai Lakshmi in Charlotte, I got to know she is a breast cancer survivor, that also stage 4 metastatic breast cancer survivor, and she was diagnosed in 2008 ERPR positive. 2010 it was metastasized to the bones, but then she is a survivor, and what an inspiration. And I'll let Dr. Sai talk about her journey so that everyone knows, what is her source of strength, the positivity that helped her through the journey, because this is an eye-opening situation. Over to you, Dr. Sai.
Thanks, Lopa. It was wonderful meeting you in Charlotte, and the journey continued, and meeting you here is really wonderful. Thanks for coming all the way. It's a great blessing. Thank you so much. And for me, it's a beautiful spiritual journey, be it Ekam or be it the part of cancer. It was a blessing in disguise for me, and lot of changes in life. I think always God gives us something for us to understand that you need to change the direction and move on to something for which our life purpose is. So I feel breast cancer was a great blessing for me to actually channelize all my energies to the work what I was actually started, which was not moving, Ekam. As a part of it, it got started in 2006-07, where I was working as a neonatologist and started the work, but it was not moving further. And blessing in disguise, I got diagnosed to have the breast cancer in 2008, and wow, I had absolutely so much time to give it to Ekam, though the treatment was going on. And absolutely, so that's when I felt that whenever something happens in our lives, it's for a purpose, and if we actually look it at a positive way, those difficulties don't last long, and when we understand the purpose. So it was like that for me, and I could give so much of time for Ekam, and I went through the regular treatments, but I was also doing my spiritual practices at that time. And in 6 months time, I actually got came back into my mainstream work, and that was when I decided that I have to give 100% to Ekam. So Ekam was like a meditation for me, in the sense, in fact, I used to emotionally blackmail people, saying that here is what, I have kids who are in need of treatment when I was going through a treatment, and people would really, so fundraising also happened in a big way.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And you were just 34 at that time, right?
Yeah. So that's how, and then it all went off well, and Ekam's work progressed. When I was able to give as a neonatal intensivist and started the work, very minimal work was going on in Ekam, but when I was giving my
100%.
Time, almost 18 hours.
And you are a pediatrician,
yeah.
So you're professionally, you are so strong and into this totally.
So it was like almost 18 hours, and only those days of chemo or the radiation part, I used to be a bit tired, but rest of the time was amazing and enjoyed it thoroughly. And my oncologist, who used to say, you are the only person who is told me that you are enjoying so much when you have got the illness and you're going through it. And in fact, the fun side of it is I used to go to my oncologist, get her, she's a good friend also, and she used to do all the screening and do the checkup. And then after that, I used to ask her, can you please donate and give a check to Ekam? So she used to say, I have to do all the screening for you, and in addition, I have to give a check to you. So that was the fun part, yes. And then in 2011, I had the spinal meds, and then it was extensive in 4 areas in the spine. So that was when one of my friend got introduced to me to energy healing. So that was a time where I was deeply wanting myself to get do integrative medicine, that yoga, meditation and all that, and I never felt I was going to something serious is going to happen. So that was when I was actually sort of experimenting this body on all sorts of treatments. So one of my friend was into Reiki, and the other friend was into like herbal medications and all. So that was when I was looking at what changes were happening, and I was also doing pranic healing and all that. And later on, in a few months time, I came across Shiv Yoga meditation. That was my sister who found out that there is a guru, Dr. Avadut Shivanand Babaji, and he is called Father of Indian Healing, and the website is shivyog.com. And that was when I got my guru, Dr. Avadut Shivanand Babaji, and that was when I started doing the Shiv Yoga meditation in 2011. And when I started doing the practice, it's so scientific. Like when we start doing the practice, when, you know that bone metastases are highly painful. But when the healing and the meditation starts, the pain goes off. That was my first experience, that I didn't take a painkiller, but just sit and close my eyes, and the meditation starts and the healing happens and the pain disappears. And it's amazing, so then gradually when I was actually doing this meditation, and I could feel that, like I was not very energetic, and I was like feeling like any other person, normal person. It was so beautiful. Then I realized that it's so scientific. Like, for example, if there is a carpet and it has a dust, what do we do to remove that dust? We actually increase the frequency of the carpet by, so when we do that, the dust particles move away. Same thing when a guru who is at a higher level initiates us, what happens is when we start doing the meditation, we actually vibrate at a higher frequency. When we start vibrating at a higher frequency, the disease energy or the negative energy go away. So we can cure ourselves. It is not that you are just symptomatically treating, but you are actually integrating it with the treatment what you are taking, and giving it a positive dimension by doing meditation, and you are sort of
so you were continuing with your treatment also.
Yes,
In
yes.
addition, you were doing
Yes,
the
yes.
meditation
Yeah,
totally,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
this really
Yeah.
helped you, because from being bone metastasis, and then
Yes.
you were totally
Completely
free of
cured.
it. So you did
And,
your PET scan afterwards.
Yes, it
and,
was completely reversed, and that's what I
Wow.
had shared with you, and it's absolutely a miracle. And that's what our guru says, that cure is possible.
Cure is
It's only that you just need to practice this meditation, integrate it with the existing one, and start doing it, and cure is possible for any disease.
And then, so anyone can download this,
Yes.
and anyone can do it for
Yes.
any type of disease, right? Or
Yes.
even for the
Yes.
normally also we can practice
Yes,
it. We
yes,
don't
yes.
have to be having a
Yeah,
disease to do
absolutely,
it, because it
absolutely.
brings positive energy.
Yes, it
and
prevents,
everything.
in fact.
Prevents, in fact, it
Yeah.
gives a
Protective
shield.
shield, yes.
It generates a protective shield
Exactly.
around you.
Yes.
So how amazing this is, right? Because Dr. Sai is a living inspiration for stage 4 metastatic breast cancer patients all across the globe, and you are ready if anyone wants to reach out to you. We
Sure.
will be
Sure,
and
please do share.
yeah, and then she's always ready to help. Being a physician herself and also being a breast cancer survivor, she is always ready if you need any help, any information, how she surpassed this journey. And she is 100% cancer free now.
Yes.
And through her belief, through the meditation process, and of course in addition to the treatment, and this is a miracle. And I think one more thing I feel is like God is great, right?
Yes,
God is
amazing,
there.
yeah.
So this is something, because as you mentioned, like it changed you as a person, and you took, like, I went through so much, like, I'm just, it's first time I'm saying that on this platform, but 7 times I went through miscarriages.
Yes.
So like after that, I felt like now I feel that there was a reason.
Yes.
And each time God was taking something from me, He was giving on my career front or with my research work. I was so something was there which I didn't understand at that time.
Yeah.
But then also it changed me totally. And now what I'm able to do is, because I feel that career is something which doesn't, I mean, we need to have it, but it's not like it's the ultimate of your life.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
so much more to that.
Yes.
We need to be giving back to the community
Absolutely.
more than what we receive,
Yes,
right?
yes,
And
absolutely.
it totally changes us as persons.
The sense of purpose in our life.
So the sense of purpose in our life totally changes when we go through so much.
Absolutely.
But we have to take it positively.
Yes,
Yes, because
absolutely.
God has His own reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is a blessing in disguise.
Blessing in disguise, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you,
Dr.
Lopa.
Sahil.
It
It
was
was
so
great.
wonderful meeting you.
Same
Thank
here.
you.
And this interview is so great.
Thank you.
So
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you. Bye.